Greetings, adventurers. I invite you to an evening of storytelling, for I have in my possession the tales of the four who ventured to the land of Sol. The human, the halfling, the tabaxi, and the owlin. Whatever personal reasons to which they traveled to this land, whatever they found, changed their lives forever. Within these pages are tales of sadness, triumph, and most importantly, adventure. I do hope you enjoy these tales. Come, join me around this campfire, and let us dive into these pages together.
Well, welcome to episode 8, viewers. We're going to get started. We are joined with our usual crew, Jackson, Velvet, Ferrari, and Mr. Good Pumpkin, Goodberry, Small Man.
Hey.
So, we're going to read the little quippet we've got for this session. Our party now have a chance to sit, a chance to relax. What is this feeling? Rest, worry, or perhaps loss? Only the gods know, and I have a feeling they have something in store for our party. We're going to pick up 24 hours after the yesterday's expedition.
So me and everyone gets a long rest, essentially, correct?
Everyone gets a long rest.
Okay.
You get a long rest. You get a long rest. We all get a long rest.
I has melatonin.
You are all sat in what seems to be a very busy Small Man's Valley. Different adventurers, workers, common folk, merchants. Are all...
John Beefus Beef.
John Beefus Beef is curled up by the fire as you guys enjoy a lovely range of breakfast foods provided by Willie. You all have tea, coffee provided for you as you sit around and have a chance to relax with each other.
I'm going to pet John Beef.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Willie, for the meal.
We will say Cass and Ferrari. For the last 24 hours, you have been out of Sol on small little expeditions and almost like a learning experience with the adventuring society that you have been signed up for. You've gotten to know how the structure works, how they make money, how you can make some money, and your position and responsibilities as an adventuring society member. You've both been given your first adventuring society standard token, and you have been told that these tokens are taken to guild halls, where there are elder members where you can exchange these tokens for various weapons, equipment, magical items, beds. Any establishment that is recognizing the adventuring society will allow you to use these tokens to gather various things. A little like if you've seen John Wick with the golden coins. Very much the same mentality, except you're not assassins, you're adventurers. And I'll leave you all to communicate in character while I prepare some stuff.
After visiting with John Beef a bit, Ferrari's gonna go over to the boy Sparky and she's gonna start, like, petting the dragon.
Oh, yeah, he's very excited, Sparky, but definitely you can tell there's something up. He's not as energetic as he usually is. Definitely something. Just for simplicity, just something wrong. Even though it's not physically, there's just something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong?
Jackson sort of, as you guys are like looking over Sparky, you could definitely see Jackson is sitting at the table, sort of hands kind of clasped together, definitely not looking as jovial as he usually presents himself. It seems like Sparky in some ways mirroring his emotional state a little bit. As Jackson kind of turns in the sea here, he'll be fine. Just there's something we should have a discussion about.
I see. What happened?
Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's just Jackson checks around to make sure none of like the town guard is in here. I'm assuming none of these individuals are
No, none of them are
town guard.
town guard.
Okay. You guys might want to sit for this one.
All right. I'm gonna sit in the. Oh.
Oh! Yes.
What's wrong?
Well, yesterday, while you guys were out and about with the society, how did that go? By the way, you guys learn the ropes a bit.
I thought it was pretty cool, and we got these tokens where I guess we could trade in. for
Ah,
stuff,
yes,
so-
the tokens. They are. We like to use an outside form of currency for some stuff, just because there's got to be some rewards for members, or else everyone would be doing it. But we met a couple of other new adventurers. Some nice people, a Goliath and a Kenku. They said they'd be sticking around Seoul, so we might see them eventually. But we got a job to investigate reports of a hag or a possible hag in the library nearby the docks. We got there. Some stuff was strange, you know. Coffee being flown out by mage hands and whatnot. Had a fellow there from the society who seemed pretty repetitive, you know, drank a little too much coffee. Turns out hag had something to do with that. Was keeping some children, you know,
A hag?
working behind their back. A hag, yes. Are you aware of what those are?
Yeah. I'm just surprised there's one here.
Yeah. Anyway, we dealt with it. Unfortunately, it seemed to have an infant with it, which only means it was trying to either make a hag or a product of a hag. We got outside. Guards were there. They had, you know, talked with Dur about it. And it turns out our friend, the captain of the guard, knew about this for quite some time and was just trying to keep it under wraps. And got upset when we actually took care of the very prominent issue. And said some not nice things to Dur. Made what I perceive as a threat to him. Because he must have told the society, who then issued a contract. Because it's not like he told us specifically. We got the contract from the society. But that to me doesn't sit right. At all. No captain of the guard doing their job correctly should have allowed a hag, of all things, within the city to roam free and take children. She was taking children.
Do you think that she was working with the hag?
I couldn't possibly know. I mean, again, the only reason I heard that much was because I kind of snooped around when she went back to Dur after I talked to him. And when I was talking to, I think we came to the consensus that hopefully this opens some eyes to the fact that we should not be just playing around with innocent people's lives. Thankfully, the children that were there, most of them, I believe, got in contact with their parents. The infant has been sent to the mages. Hopefully they can figure it out if anything was done to it. I don't know how much you know about hags, but they tend to they can't reproduce on their own, so they sort of kidnap infants and whatnot to get that sort of thing done.
Yeah.
So hopefully the mages can at least lessen the effects of what may have happened. But I do believe this is crossing a line that of where I can't even ignore it anymore.
For this being one of the first major cities and one of the first guard captains I've really interacted with in my lifetime, she's not setting a good precedent.
No, not at all.
And with that, as you all enjoy your breakfast and go over the details, excuse me,
God damn.
Damn.
Willie is going to approach, cask in hand, smiley as always. You see he's got a couple new tattoos. He spent some gold and got some new tattoos on his arms. One of them is a name. If you read Dwarvish, it seems to be another one of his sons that he's got tattooed. And
Yes.
you see something in both Dwarvish and some kind of... How do I explain this? It's Dwarvish blended with almost like Dwarven cursive, essentially. And you see it's some kind of symbol of a shield crossed with two hammers. And beneath it says... let me read this real quick. I wrote this down.
Yeah, I do read Dwarvish, so I would definitely.
The 9th
recognize.
Tunnelers Regiment.
Does that make any sense to me? Do I recognize that
Willie
from
was a
anywhere?
soldier, and that was his regiment.
Oh, okay, cool.
He approaches. Hold on, let me warm up the Irish real quick.
Yeah, get it warmed up.
Well, so how you folks doing today? What can I do for you? Where's your friends, by the way? The turtle one and the bird one. Not that bird one, another bird one.
They had other business to attend to. It was more of a temporary arrangement.
Like an
but,
adventuring fling.
not exactly.
No?
Those get quite a bit more complicated, actually.
You got experience, boy.
No, but I've had many friends who do, and not a great time afterwards.
Well, I thought
They're
I'd come
friends
out.
of the women type.
Jackson turns to
Willie just immediately
good there.
silences as you ask this question.
Jackson's just like, "What'd you say? Sorry."
As winking, look back to Willie.
Jackson looks around Jackson looks around the table. Is anyone gonna tell me what he said?
No. But folks, I thought I'd come over and let you know that the Valley, well, my little pub here, we're going to close the doors for today. We've got a few people coming in. We're going to be doing some redesigning, moving some walls, probably making the roof a little bit taller, as Durr has asked several times.
Yes.
So-
He does quite like the place, though. I will tell you, he does quite like the place.
He's a good lad. But to the rest of yous, the tavern is going to be closed for I'd say for the foreseeable future until we have these changes made. Now, I know that you use this place to get your sleeps, and you're always welcome in my house. But my sons are coming back to help me get this renovations done. So what I've done is I've sent word to Jordan. Now, the lady that owns the tavern in Jordan is a friend of mine, and she is willing to house you all if you're in that sort of area until you find somewhere on a more temporary, more permanent basis. Now,
Well, thank you. You didn't have to do that for us.
oh, of course, you've done a lot for me. Now, I do have to go. I feel my wife's eyes burning into the back of my head.
Oh, wait, Willie. Did I ever give you that blanket back?
A blanket.
Yeah, the one you lent me when we were on our way from Jordan to Seoul.
Do you know, I can't find the blasted thing.
Yeah, I have it right here. And she goes into her bag.
Oh, lass, you have no idea how much this means to me. My son, this is my son's, and he'll be back today. So we'll be glad to have this back.
Yeah, of course. I meant to return it sooner, but stuff has been happening.
Hey, you all have a lovely love. Oh, I'm losing my voice. For the rest of yous, I'll see you all soon, hopefully. Now, don't get in too much trouble without me. And he gives you all a nod, and leaves you what seems to be a note folded on the table. Take that to the lady in Jordan. Tell her Willie sent you, and she'll know what to do.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Rarari's gonna pick up and pocket the note.
Beautiful. Now, you're all sat around. People are drinking and having a good time. Let me finally bring him in. You guys haven't seen him yet, but we're gonna bring him in. We're gonna bring him in. He's a bit big.
He's a big.
In through the door walks Durr.
Durr.
Slightly hunched over as the roof is too low. He comes walking over, looking very businessy, very serious, and the look in his eye is very much he's got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Hello
walks
there.
over, leans his shield up against the table, which kind of nudges the table a little bit. It's very heavy. And you see John Beef perk up as Durr walks in, and sits and almost looks at him, almost as if John Beef's at attention. And Durr looks over you all. Folks, I'm going to need you all down at the library as soon as possible.
All right.
Sure. Are we about done here, folks?
I think I'm done here. I just want to go say goodbye to John Beef.
Is that the cat?
That is the cat, yeah. I used to speak with animals on him, and now his voice will not go away.
Huh.
It is definitely the cat, because I did the same thing, so...
See, John Beef leans into the pet, and he looks over at Durr, and to those who have animals speak or can communicate with John Beef. Doing a serious moment as John is very difficult as the way he sounds, but he goes, Durr smells strange. I don't recognize this smell.
Oh no.
What does it smell like, John Beef?
It smells infernal. And gives you all a nod. I will see you there, yes?
Yeah, you'll see us
yeah.
there.
Very good.
Sure.
Did you hear that, Jackson?
I did hear that. That is terrifying. Again, that...
Wait,
it just
Good
turned...
boy, John Beef.
Wait, what?
She's
What'd he
petting
say?
John Beef.
John Beef basically, for some reason, can smell the infernal, and apparently Durr smelled of the infernal. Which, I mean, I don't know if John Beef has ever... Is that you? Just looks over to John Beef. Is that how Durr usually smells, or is that sort of new?
Sometimes he smells of the infernal. I believe it is axe.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
So he has an infernal weapon.
Interesting.
And I have a treat, please.
And would Ferrari have any, like, dried meat in
Oh,
his-
yes, you've got rations.
Oh, yeah, she pulls out a piece of dried meat and hands it to John Beef.
It's dry, but divine.
Well, the
Oh, John
library,
Beef, never change.
I don't think he will.
No.
Well, this sounds serious, and he looked pretty serious about this. We should probably get down there.
Let's pull
Yeah.
up the screen. And just like yesterday, we're going to go on a bit of a walk together.
Yeah.
You're all at the top right of the map, within the Small Man's Valley. You leave into a busy morning, a lot like yesterday to the players that were there for the small mini adventure, sorry. The streets are packed. Adventurers, commoners, workers, guards. all moving around the city. It is a very busy, busy town. Not like the last few times you've been in Seoul, where it was the odd adventurers with some merchants. This place is very, very busy. And as you wander down past the market in this direction, you glance over the running river of Seoul, and you see in this direction are two building sites, which are being erected rather quickly. There's a lot of building materials put in the area. You see two flags representing what is being built there. One is of the Adventuring Society emblem, and one is of the Mage's Ward, to those who are aware of the Mage's Ward Guild. You guys cross the bridge, entering Shanghai, kind of the upper market district of Seoul, and you see a very heavy presence of guards again. The commoners here are busy buying and selling. Some of you catch a glance at David's workshop, where he's currently arguing with an old lady, which you can't hear, but he's clearly in some kind of strange argument with an old woman. And you stop just before the bridge, before heading to the library, which is this building here, the big building next to the lighthouse.
Yes. I did update, just real quick while I remember, I did update the model, the Hero Forge model for my shield, so I will post that shortly. But yeah, Jackson has been, to the people who were not present with him yesterday, he's walking around with a pretty decent looking shield that, even between him getting it and now, has definitely decked it out with the blue of adventurers and a little emblem. I'll post it then. Yeah, he'll turn just, yeah?
Nice shield.
Oh, thanks. David made it, or had it. Works quite nice.
Glad to hear.
Jackson, you see it before you hear it. You see him, the dwarf. He's moving.
Oh,
quickly.
Oh no.
Houses for sale! Houses for sale!
Oh, no, not
Best
him
prices this side of the river. Don't listen to man across the river. He's a wanker. Houses for sale! Houses for sale!
Jackson just keeps walking. He's
I
just
know
going.
you're listening! Houses for sale!
Yes, Jackson.
Respectfully, I prefer to live in the forest.
As you guys cross the bridge, immediately greeted by horses for sale, better prices than my bastard brother. Horses for sale.
I will post the picture in Born From Us here.
Better prices than my bastard brother.
I thought you said houses.
No.
Just like last session.
Yeah, we thought something completely different.
I also thought he said houses.
No.
I live in the forest. Talking about horses, what?
As you guys cross the
Horses
bridge.
cannot move through forests very well.
And this will be for Velvet. Velvet, when you see it, you're beginning to see
Yes.
a pattern. Some of the buildings within the lower market district have thieves' cant written on the side of them. Different markings representing different types of buildings. You recognize a symbol for a fence, which is for buying and selling stolen items. You see one for a moonshining distillery, and one that is marked for the symbol of contracts, where you can find yourself a little contract on behalf of the Thieves Collective.
Ooh.
You guys stand outside of the library, and very much there are guards posted outside. There is a sign outside saying investigation in progress. You see Durr stood outside looking at the building, speaking with a guard before he ushers him inside as he sees you, and he waves you down.
Ver approaches first.
Thank you for meeting me, everyone. I know early in the morning, I understand, but I need this done by some capable hands.
What happened?
After yesterday's incident, I presume that your friends have filled you in on what happened yesterday.
Yes, they did.
Oh, well, we're currently investigating the building. We are looking over the evidence here. Everyone has been ushered out. It has been left as is of yesterday. Feel free to look around. Feel free to have a nosy. Try to find things out for me. This is a need-to-know basis. Don't let the captain know that I brought you here, because, again, I would be chewed out once again.
I don't like
Indeed.
that she does that all the time.
Me neither.
Someone needs to talk to her about it.
Oh, and Jackson, an update for you. The infant. We have been informed by the mages here in the city that we now have what they have called a hex blood.
Indeed. What will happen? Is there a plan to care for it? Or...
I personally don't know the details. I would reach out to the mages ward within the walls. They are in the upper city if you've been into the first settlement of the city.
Yes, last time we were up there, we were told they were not present, but
Yes,
obviously
they've returned from their expedition. It was a whole situation.
indeed. If you can, or someone can send word that I will be up as soon as I possibly can.
Absolutely. Right. To the rest of you, please feel free to go look through the building. If you find anything of interest that could aid in the investigation, please bring it to me exclusively. The guard here are my close guard. I know them very well. They won't send word to the captain, so good luck.
Indeed. We'll probably need it, considering...
And he swings open the door for you all. Now, as you enter the library, Durr steps in, moves out of the way, and begins looking out the window. Feel free to move around, get cozy. The blue floating things around the room, Jackson, you notice they're still flying around. They're carrying what seems to be empty cups of coffee and moving them around the building just at random.
Okay.
Cat.
I'm going...
Oh yes, there are dozens of cats in this room. There is one on the shelf. There is one up here. There is one beneath the table. They are many,
Which
many
one
cats.
do I want to talk to?
Ferrari?
No.
Ferrari?
Hmm?
I don't know if all of them are like this, but some of them were definitely working with the hag. Just to warn you.
Do you remember which ones you've tried?
Well, I've spoken to this one right here, but you know,
Alright,
they
then-
all, or possibly a few. I don't know.
This one up here.
The shelf. That shelf is quite tall. You see the ladders around the room. The bookshelves are quite high up.
I'm gonna move the ladder over so I can speak to this mofo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
You cast speak with animals on a sleeping cat. You
She's
hear
gonna...
mice. Catch the mouse.
She's gonna pull out some of that, like, dried meat and offer it, like, put it in front of the cat's nose to try and wake it up.
Oh. What is that delectable smell? Oh, hello.
I have some questions.
Questions for Meow?
Questions for you, yes.
Oh, go ahead. I'm all ears, and he flicks his little cat ears.
So, tell me about what happened here.
Oh, the little event that happened. What day is it?
If you answer my questions truthfully and straightforward, I have more for you.
Oh. Well, I'm an honest cat. What can I assist you with?
I need to know about any people who communicated with the hag here.
Oh,
As well-
that awful woman. Yes. I know she spoke to the gentleman who was at that table with all the papers on them. But I've been sleeping. I'm very cozy. We've seen. I'm very high up. I like being here. I don't know why, but I like being on high places.
Fair enough. And what of the operations that were run by the hag?
Oh, I don't know. I was here to deal with the mice, but I'm far too lazy to do so. So I get a catnap. You know.
If you're willing to leave and go to a tavern, I might have a place you could go.
Perhaps, but I'll relax a little. I'm tired, you see. And he begins to drift back to sleep.
All right. She walks down and says, "Well, that was fucking useless." Which table? This one over here?
Yeah.
And gentlemen.
By the way, before I came over here, I would have told her that if he needs us for anything, if he just points, Sparky here will come get us. But Sparky's gonna chill with Dur for now.
Varai needs to figure out which gentleman at the table because there's two.
As he walks over, Jackson goes, "There was a gentleman from the society here. This is all his work. He is not here at the moment."
Well, according to the cat I spoke to, the hag spoke with
him.
someone. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. As I'm looking at this, can I inspect all of these and see, like, get a grip of what he had figured out?
He had discovered a few meeting places of the three cults he mentioned yesterday. He has managed to figure out where they're getting a lot of their soul gems from, and some locations of tombs of which the cults have activity in.
How much of that, like, of that information, what does that consist of physically? Like, is it like books or is it just papers or?
You see, the papers he's been drawing himself from the research from the books.
Okay, so the information that I got is from his papers that he was drawing on.
Yes, you see all the red lines. If you zoom
those
in,
papers.
yes, but I can't put the small details on because obviously that would be incredible. But he's taken blank parchment and written information and drawn lines to what makes sense and what connects.
Seems like he's got a lot here. Do you guys mind if I take this stuff for now? We can look at it later on.
The guard to your left goes, "Oh, do be careful. We had a mage in here earlier saying some things could be trapped, warded, a glyph. I'm sorry, I'm not a magical man."
Varai's gonna dig through this pile right here.
I'll check for it. Thank you for the warning.
Absolutely. Oh, and careful, the hourglass. You see, it constantly keeps resetting itself over and over again. We don't know why, but it just be careful with the little thing.
Gotcha. It's probably magical in some nature, I'd imagine.
Most likely. And he goes off to speak with the lady that walks through the door.
Okay. I would like to. Can I get these papers without touching the hourglass, or are they connected?
The hourglass is sat atop some of them.
Varari's gonna come over and move the hourglass.
Varari, as you touch the hourglass, the pocket watch that you bought at the very beginning of the campaign begins to chime.
She pulls the hourglass towards her and pulls out the pocket watch.
You see, as the hourglass resets and begins pouring the sand through again, your watch resets to the midnight hour.
I'm afraid of opening it.
Jackson sees her, like, messing with it. He goes, "Are they connected in any way?"
It seems so. It keeps resetting.
Well,
Every time it resets.
if that thing has been influenced by a hag, let's say that's the theory. Hags are fey in nature most of the time. maybe not best to mess with stuff in here, especially if there's any residual.
I'm gonna open the
magic.
pocket watch.
You see, just every time the hourglass resets, your watch resets to the midnight hour, and it chimes some kind of lullaby.
Oh. No EP this time?
No EP this time.
Interesting.
But as this is the first time you've opened the watch, isn't it?
First time that Ferrari would remember, yes.
So the hour hand and the minute hand. The hour hand, the top of it is the shape of a rabbit's head, and the minute hand is the shape of some kind of sickle.
Oh. Oh no.
Something up?
Does the sickle behead the rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And instead of your usual 1 to 12, none of the numbers make sense.
She's
is
gonna
like
set it down
22.
on the table.
39, 11. They're just random numbers that make no
She's
sense.
gonna pull the hourglass towards her and then set the pocket watch down beside it and start going over them, trying to see if there's any consistency between the two.
Just every time the hourglass resets, the watch also resets and chimes the lullaby. And the rabbit is beheaded each time it resets.
This is
So,
disturbing.
The rabbit, the hour hand stays at 12, and when the hourglass resets, the minute hand goes all the way around the watch and beheads the rabbit.
That's disturbing. Hey Jackson, come look at this.
While
give
you
me
do
a
that,
second.
we will go to Cass and Velveeta.
I want to look at what's in the book here.
Opening up the book, you see it's kind of like his own personal journal. It's pretty beaten up. It's quite old. Going over the very basics, it's just his going through his day. He's an adventurer. He works very closely with Adventuring Society. Somewhat of a veteran. And he's going over accounts of fighting beasts and going through investigations. And then it kind of starts going over his time in Seoul and figuring out the 3 cults and how this is going to be nothing but a breeze. The only thing that could stop him is the Fae, and we all know the Fae aren't, popular in Seoul, and it kind of clicks.
Wait, when you said investigation with like creatures, is there anything that would stick out like weakness types and all that?
No, he's more of a tracker. He's more able to find where these creatures go, how they behave. How it's more of like a trapping guide of these creatures and how to find them and deal with them in a sense of non-violence. Just get rid of them.
Party wants to keep it, but is there any like loose paper that I can use to write down stuff?
A lot of it has been used and scribbled over as this man has gone through his loop.
Jackson or Vel, do either of you have paper with you?
I've got the stuff I just. I do want to say I did want to take this stuff if that's any of consequence, Rennie.
No, you can take it.
Okay. I say that's the stuff I grabbed off the table is the stuff I have. I mean, I've got a. I don't know exactly what it's called, but the stuff you paint on. I don't know if that would work.
Just because
Like a canvas.
this book has a lot of information about like how to track certain things.
No, can I like flip through it?
Yeah, it's a lot of it is a journal, but other pages is how to track and find beasts. One of them goes over how to track and find a minotaur, but don't tell Rendell in very small writing at the bottom.
Do I recognize that name?
Rendell, you've heard it passing through the Adventuring Society, but you've never really spent a lot of time with it.
I've never. Yeah, gotcha. Jackson just kind of looks through it and he goes, "No, pretty much most of the stuff by heart. Sort of my thing."
We should talk about it sometime. It'd be good to know as a group.
It's just we've never really tracked beasts and stuff before. We've sort of just followed very obvious. Yeah, I'll have to talk about it sometime.
And to you, Velvet,
But-
what are you doing at the table?
Absolutely fucking nothing. Just standing there while the others talk. thinking
Love it.
about
Come
those
here. Come check this
fucking
out.
things I saw. Okay.
And then as the thing resets, Velvet and Jackson both see the rabbit get beheaded.
And the lullaby play.
That is disturbing, to say the least.
Is Cass getting a piggyback from Jackson right now? What is
I was
happening?
about to say, what's going on here?
I'm under him. I'm like 3 feet tall.
Oh, actually, he is tiny.
Yeah.
You guys are watching this watch behead a rabbit over and over again. It's on a loop of about 8 seconds. The hourglass resets, and then the lullaby plays.
Am I getting... I have that book in my bag, Rennie. Is that reacting? Can I
No.
feel it doing anything? Okay,
No.
gotcha. Cool.
Interesting. I want to keep the hourglass and see if we can find any more correlating items, but I don't know what we're allowed to take.
I would say the notes that I took is probably about the most of it. These items, those other 2 items, are more personal and could result in a problem.
Ver sees the lady and her head flicks up quickly, very owl-like.
I presume you're the adventurers that Durr sent for?
Yes.
Hi,
very
how
good.
are you?
Hi, I'm an little investigator myself. Not with the society, just a private investigator. I don't know, whatever. Besides, greetings. I'm Lizzie, and she pushes up a very big pair of glasses on her face.
Well, nice to meet you.
A pleasure. Are you doing anything here at the moment?
We're watching this, and she tilts the pocket watch just as the rabbit gets
Oh, you're
beheaded.
watching a watch. To be a watch.
It's linked to this hourglass right here. Every time the hourglass
sorry, yes.
resets.
Yes, I have to get accustomed to the table here. Question: do you know if the captain will be here?
I don't think so.
From what we heard, probably
Why,
not.
what's up?
She's frightening. She's rather frightening. Is she not, or is it just me?
It's
Why,
definitely not just you.
story?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do a little investigating. As she sets down some of her things, her bag, she opens it up. I'm just going to, yes. And she pulls out a little kit and begins laying out on the table. And she begins reciting some kind of spell. And you see she's trying to detect some of the arcana here as she's going over. Right. Oh, that's interesting. Can you hold that pocket watch up for me, dear?
Yeah, of course, and she does that.
It's most definitely the watch. Okay, interesting. Were you here yesterday, or?
I was not, no.
I see. And she pulls out what seems to be like a little chalk kit, and she lays some of them on the table and begins performing some kind of ritual. She takes one of the coffee cups and pours the residue of the coffee onto the chalk. And you see the chalk change to a deep purple dust onto the table as she picks it into her fingers and she mushes it around. Oh, that'll do it. Goodness. Yes. She begins moving some more things around the table. She takes some of the book, flips over the pages. She recites some kind of incantation. It's not the books. It's something with the coffee. The watch is annoyingly bright. And she looks up at you as you're all just
put it
staring.
away.
I was gonna say, Jackson has walked over at this point to kind of like not look like we're all just buffoons over there. He just...
Can I help you all? As you're all just looking at her as she's performing these rituals.
We were just sort of curious. You sort of just started doing stuff.
Yes, I've got a theory that the hag here had this poor soul in some kind of loop, stuck in some kind of rhythm, where he would begin to discover something, and the moment he was onto something, who is typing and is driving me up the wall?
Who do you think it is?
Velvet!
Sorry.
We start that again real quick. I have a theory that the man here was in some kind of loop. The moment he began to discover something, it was almost snapped away from him, and he had to repeat the process again. The coffee here was laced with some kind of I'm not sure what kind of compound this is, but it's definitely of the Fey realm.
Yes.
I could try to
He's-
drink it.
This watch is of Fey origin.
And there was a hag here, so makes sense.
But to only him, the other I've this morning I spent speaking to the other people here yesterday, and they reported nothing strange with their coffees. I've run some tests and some examinations, but he was the only one affected, it seems.
Well,
Hmm.
he was working on stuff, and if
His work with the cults outside of the city, but nothing to do with the hag. It's almost as if the hag was assisting these cults in some kind of way.
Do we think the cults could be Fey?
possibly, but very unlikely.
I believe it's a mixture of the Fey and infernal dwellings.
Hmm.
Hmm.
A lot of Infernal lately.
Interesting. Yes. Yes, it did seem like that was the case yesterday. I was here yesterday as well, suspicious of this coffee, but we couldn't quite. Unless you're looking at it like you are, you can't really pick up much of it at the time. But if you want to see where the stuff was being made at, he kind of jabs his finger towards the door behind him. It was back there.
I will continue some tests here, but I will definitely go into that area soon. You there, the cat lady?
Yes.
Your necklace, dear, it's incredibly potent magic.
The one I have in my backpack?
Yes. Can't you see it?
Damn, you can feel it. See what?
Then it clicks for you because, oh, you're not wearing the glasses. I always think this is what people see. No, my glasses, it allows me to see magical artifacts or enchanted equipment or anything really, as long as it's in a close proximity to me.
Interesting.
Sounds very useful.
Very interesting.
Yes, the necklace you have, be careful, dear. That is of the abyss.
God damn.
Jackson, slow ahead to turn to Velvet. Just
I
They're
haven't
very
put it on
side
yet.
eyes.
Stick side eye again.
I have not put it on yet.
yeah, I
Uh,
would
just
suggest
put it in my
you
bag.
don't.
Yeah,
To the
I'm
boy.
not-
Best stick
I'm not going
side
to.
eye.
Hold on, we're gonna
Where did you get this?
we're gonna get the
Velvet?
do 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 do. Hold on, you ready?
You know, I'll pull it out.
Yes,
I'll
and
pull it
you
out
see,
so
we'll
people can
put
see
it
it.
on screen. Editor, pull it up. This is what you all see as Velvet
It's right
produces.
there.
Velvet, where'd you get this?
Yesterday, from the chests in there, and I point this way. Like after the.
Why are you always
the
getting
back
magical
of the
items? Please
I
tell me it's
don't
not
know.
cursed.
I don't know if it's cursed, honestly. I haven't put it on yet.
The woman
let's
also
not
does
test that
neither do
theory.
I.
Let's not test
How
that
can we
theory.
tell if it's cursed?
Why not?
I would speak
The
to a
worst that can happen.
mage. They're able to detect these sort of things. And which one of you has a spell book?
That would be Nathan.
Yes. Is that what that is? I'm assuming.
Hmm?
I'm saying that, like, I'm assuming that's what the book is.
Yes.
Yes, it was from the hag itself. I've been keeping it to make sure it doesn't get messed with.
A safe keepings.
Yes.
She looks around the group. Can I tell you where it's from with them listening, or
I mean, if you're trying to ask, maybe it's not best said aloud.
What
If you
what
have
the
to
devils? That is from the Fey Wild itself.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much
that's
figured
exciting. Oh,
that. Yeah, no, it did something to Velvet when she tried to mess with it. So, been making
Are
sure
we
no
pulling
one
out the
else
tome?
Speaking
Uh,
of which, Rennie,
Mhm.
am I still feeble?
No.
Okay, cool.
I will pull out the tome, but there we go. But I'll definitely keep my hand on it as well to make sure nobody tries to swipe it.
it looks like stone.
Good idea. And the tome itself, the grey is of stone.
Is it heavy?
It's
Is
very
it
heavy.
Okay, yeah.
It's about, for a book, it's about £20.
Damn.
I want to open it, but I can't
That's a
because
pretty cheap
Jackson
book.
won't let me touch it.
Well, let me just say that it casted a spell on Velvet when she tried to unlock it. So
Did you have the key?
Nope.
That's probably why.
What key?
For the book?
Yeah, but what key?
Well,
Mhm.
if whoever it belonged to, it was sealed with a key. But if it's not the Feywild, which I'm guessing it's probably the hag, there'll be a key somewhere in here. Maybe in her possessions.
Varari's gonna smack it with the pocket watch.
You just hear a thumb.
I don't think that's the key, Ferrari, but very resourceful thing.
It is very good thinking. I would have done the same.
Yeah, definitely. I believe you.
Well, I'm going to get back to a little bit of research here. If you need any more assistance or my eyes, and she points to her glasses, do let me know.
Let's go
do you
try and
think?
find that key, because there might be information in that.
And it also may just be another Fey thing that messes with us. The Fey are quite the tricksters.
Well, this is a Fey thing that could have messed with us, and it hasn't, so...
I do have a protection spell.
Why must we every time we mess with artifacts something bad happens? Why do we continue to do this?
Nothing bad has
It's
happened
fun.
with my pocket watch.
She has
That
a
is
point.
about the only thing.
Out of character, if you look back a few episodes, something bad did happen with the pocket watch, but none of us remember in characters. So
Episode 6. Pull it on the screen right now.
Put it on.
It's
Black and
right.
white, that bitch. Black and white is flashback episode.
black and white to the watch opening and the characters all passing
And
out.
we all hear a thud. You're fall asleep.
Jesus Christ.
God. So yeah, Jackson will put the book away again. And sort of,
Your £20 book.
yeah,
Can
it
I-
just slowly gets it into
Can
the
we
bag.
please go into the back room?
Oh, absolutely.
kind sir?
Do be warned, we have no guardsmen in that back room, so if anything happens, do give us a shout.
I can throw hands, it's fine.
Yeah.
have
Right,
magic.
I need
We
to
already
grab
did
you all.
our-
Nobody move, I gotta grab you all.
We're moving anyway.
I was
Get
gonna
him.
say, I'd put it
Stop
down as
it!
well.
Whoa!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Stop
Velvet.
it!
Velvet, we will leave you behind.
You will be
Get your
left to
ass
the
over
void.
here.
Okay, 1 second.
I will send you to the void like I once did with Rosalia, and it will end poorly.
Flashback to her dying.
No, that's
Oh, that's...
Rosalia didn't die.
Which one was-
Rosalia? I once moved Rosalia into the void, and the token was gone.
Right, there you go. You guys are free to move around in uno, dos, tres.
Cool.
Oh no, no, stay, squanch.
To those that were here last time, this place has been totally untouched, unchanged. You do
Ooh.
vividly see the images in your mind's eye of the children here being worked, very skinny, malnourished, while being in a room surrounded by food.
Are there potion ingredients that I could?
There's
I was
a
gonna ask
lot
you.
of ingredients.
Like, that's a red bottle.
I want to pocket
Blue bottle.
a lot of them.
Oh, roll me an investigation and we'll see what you're capable of finding.
Investigusy.
First roll of the session.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Now you find various foods, ingredients, a couple cookbooks, one that is called Lotions and Potions. And the big red bottle is not a potion. It is a big bottle of sherry.
Pocket the sherry.
Nice.
Pocket the sherry. The sherry is mine.
You now have a 2-liter bottle of cherry sherry.
Cherry sherry.
How much gold is here?
As
Yeah,
you
I
say
took
that,
yesterday.
oh, you did. But as you turn the corner, Velvet, as you hear Cassinatus say, "How much gold is this?" And you're about to open and speak that you took this yesterday, but there's more gold.
I think Jackson would see as he's leaning against the wall, and he just goes, "Interesting.
Huh.
You left some
Is it-
velvet?"
Didn't think so. That looks like a lot for me to leave.
True.
You know.
2-liter bottle of. I accidentally grabbed a bottle of ink instead of just an empty bottle to rename. God damn it.
Nice.
Maybe we should ask Liz how much or if there's any magical artifacts in here.
I mean, possibly. I'm going to be fairly honest with you. It looked like Velvet scoured the place, and she gave me a lot of gold from when she scoured the place. I don't think Velvet would leave that much gold laying around actively. I don't think that was here
Yeah.
yesterday.
Could it be an infinite money glitch?
Possibly, but the money could also be, at that point, cursed, if that's the case.
Does that mean that you have cursed money in your wallet?
That is very possible,
I mean,
and
that
it
wo-
scares me.
Actually,
I
guess.
used my one speak with animals, but I'm gonna reach my hand down to this can right here.
Maybe we should get someone who can detect magic. to
Yes,
see if this is
possibly.
safe.
Hey Jackson,
Yeah?
did you speak with this cat over here yesterday?
No, but it did seem to be involved with the hag. It was watching the children intently.
You could try and speak with it. We could see.
Yeah, he'll walk over. And I will use my use of, speak with animals.
He flicks his tail, looking at you all very observantly, and as you speak, he goes, "Another one trying to speak with a cat. When will they learn they can't speak with animals?"
Well, this one here can, actually.
Goodness.
Yes, I'm a special fellow.
Well, you are quite special. How can I be of service?
Do you know exactly what was going on down here?
Well, that awful woman told me to watch the children, so I was doing as I was told.
Could you ask about any key?
Oh, he can understand her.
Yeah, because you're speaking, they could understand you.
Okay, they
You
can
just can't
understand,
understand them.
alright. Gotcha.
A key? What does she want to know about the key, my friend?
There was something that woman was handling, but gives us clues on to what she was doing here.
Mhm.
But it requires a key, and we have not found it yet.
Well, I don't know too much of keys. No, not. I was told to watch children, not watch keys.
Understandable.
But if you can make it my while, maybe I can remember.
What
Ferrari.
would make it your while?
As soon as Jackson says what would make it your while, Ferrari pulls out food.
He looks at the food, and then looks back to Jackson. Well, I do have a individual that I need taken care of.
Oh my god!
You see Jackson's face gets very concerned, and he's just like, "How so exactly?"
Well, there's this devil cat, you see, called John Beef.
Jackson gets
Damn.
immediately more concerned. He goes, okay, and?
Well, if you can take care of him, I can take care of you.
And take care of as in how? You're gonna be very specific with me.
Well, if you want the grisly details, send him back to whence he came.
Well, for now you can have the food my friend is offering, and I will consider it.
Do be careful. He's an awfully tricksy cat, you see. Those of the infernal realm often are.
I see.
Mm.
I will consider it.
I'm
Jackson,
sure you
what's
will.
it saying?
We'll talk about that later, Ferrari. What did the cat say?
Why can't we
Sorry.
talk about it now?
I need to confer with people.
That's a big word.
It is a very big word.
I would have
barely know
used
what it
my
means.
speak with animals to talk to this cat, but I used it earlier.
You
and
don't
now
want to.
I
Jackson
really
just-
need to know. I really need to know, Jackson. What is it saying?
Tell her, Jackson.
Let's go talk. And Jackson goes over here.
Bye.
Immediately whispers, "He wants me to kill John Beef."
Why?
Apparently, John Beef is an infernal cat. He wants me to kill him.
Well, it makes sense because John Beef can smell the infernal.
Yes,
However,
know.
John Beef is afraid of infernal things.
I know, but apparently they can be tricksy. I don't know. I don't really feel like killing a cat like
Very
that.
tricksy, my friend. Very tricksy.
Oh. Oh no.
All right. Would Ferrari be able to see this chest over here?
Yes.
We'll talk about this later, Jackson. And she goes over to the chest.
Yeah.
As you walk over, you do see it has been opened.
Interesting. Is there anything left in it?
Roll an investigation check.
Investigate.
Oh, that's about to get mad.
That's gonna be an 18, my brother.
You look in, you don't really see anything inside, but as you look closer, you see some kind of hidden compartment.
I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
access that.
Damn.
You press down on the bottom, and you hear a firm click, and then a tick, and then a tock, tick, tock, and you hear some kind of clockwork device working in tandem with something. You feel the floor shift for a second, and the desk moves to the left, revealing a trapdoor.
Interesting. I'm gonna go down the trapdoor.
Okay.
Wait, Ferrari! It
That's
just
not-
runs over.
Bon voyage!
I go with
I
it.
will also do that.
Ah, I guess I'm following you guys. Just goes down last.
You enter what seems to be an incredibly long tunnel. You do not see the end, but you hear the wind.
I have good dark vision.
I can't see a thing.
I'm gonna tap your shield with light.
Thank you.
Ferrari, by the time that's done, she's already well down the hallway.
No, I'm saying this thing is long. Like, you cannot see the end of this tunnel. There is torches
I'm
set
going. I'm
You just
going
walking?
to walk. I'm gonna walk.
How wide is this hallway? Are we single filed right
No,
now?
you
or-
you can go. It's about two people's width, so you can walk side by side, and then two people behind side by side.
Yeah, I'll go to the middle of the group so that I don't know who has dark vision or not, but I'm in the middle, so
There's
the light can
torches.
reach everyone.
There's torches all the way down.
Okay. So is it? So are they lit though? Like
Yeah,
I'm
they're
I'm
not-
at a
they're-
brisk
okay, they're lit?
pace. You could say I'm dashing down this hallway. Good luck.
Okay. God damn it.
Are you dedicating to this journey?
I'm dedicating to this journey.
You walk, and you walk, and you walk. You see no end to this tunnel. You feel quite tired. You've been traveling for what feels like a few hours now,
Did we just go into the fucking back rooms?
and you walk. Another hour passes, and you begin to see the end of the tunnel. About 3 to 4 hours of walking, you enter through into an opening at the end of the tunnel, and you find yourselves back here.
Back in the fucking mines again!
Huh.
Whoa,
This isn't where I expected to be. But
this
I mean,
is
that makes sense.
very concerning.
And
I don't want to see any more ghosts. Let's leave.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
By the way,
I don't wanna see
Sparky
any
is
more ghosts.
Sparky is not here.
Pink.
Yep, there we go.
I'm gonna start rifling through boxes, seeing what I can
This is
find.
the
Get the
same
crystal.
mine with the same crystals that you interacted with when you first discovered what the soul gems were.
I want to do a basic perception check of this entire room to see if anything has changed since the last time.
Yeah.
We've been here.
Actually, I want you to roll both perception and history.
Can I roll?
And yes, and you can roll that history with advantage because it's a recent event.
Perception 23. History is gonna be dirty 20.
Okay.
Perception for me is 24, with the history being a dirty 20.
Damn.
You see the crystals from last time have healed. The crack is no longer present.
oh no.
This place is relatively abandoned. There's been no new work in this area since the last time you left. The presence of plant life is slightly more advanced. More roots have grown, grass has begun to grow in here. And since it's a perception check, you also hear no voices, no other workers from the other passages or tunnelways.
Interesting.
Well, this is very concerning. This means that, more likely than not, the hag could have been involved with whatever cult was here last time we were here.
You remember it being the Circle of Souls.
The Circle of Souls. That's really concerning.
Why-
Because then it's highly possible that the soul was put into the loop.
That reminds me, did we ever get the book back from the lady here? Or is it still in storage?
I don't believe you received the book, if I remember correctly.
Hey Jackson, try hitting the crystals with the book to see if the book responds.
No, thank you. He's just standing there, like, very much backed away from the crystal. He's like, no, no, thank you. I don't think I will, actually.
I
Then
don't
let
wanna
me do it.
attempt again.
No,
Let me do it. Come on.
we are too far away from anyone, and we never told anyone we were doing this. We didn't even
What's
know
the
this
worst
is
that
where
can
we're
happen? Hmm?
Very
Hey,
bad things can happen. Why do you guys want to
Barely-
keep messing with stuff? We always get into situations because you guys want to mess with stuff.
Because
Can I touch
the
the
only
crystal?
way to move the story forward
touch it with
is
your hand,
to
Velvet?
mess with stuff.
Yes.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it, Velvet.
I was expecting that. 17.
17. As you touch it, your hand goes icy cold. You hear whispers and voices of dozens others all around you. Before you begin hearing your brother's voice, and then it fades away as you pull your hand back.
Oh shit.
Can I touch it?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Poke.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Wait, Jackson.
That's gonna be a nat 20.
A natural 20. You pass. But as you lay your hand on, you don't hear a lot of voices. But you hear the sounds of animals and beasts that you have hunted and gone after in your lifetime. But then you begin hearing the voice of what you perceive is a soldier giving orders before you pull your hand away, and his voice fades with it.
We done? We done touching the crystals now? We done?
I heard
doing
a
this?
soldier's voice. But I've never met a soldier.
It goes
Hey,
good.
Mr. Goodberry,
Yes.
what's your passive perception?
My passive perception.
Yes, sir.
That is a 13.
You hear it. You hear footsteps,
From which
But-
way?
abnormal
I-
footsteps. You hear
Okay,
one
I
too
also
many legs coming from this direction.
No, no. Spider!
Do I see anything
like
in
it.
front of me?
Yes, I will send you a DM because I do not want to reveal it on the page yet.
Ghost.
Ghost! The ghost of Spider's past!
I was about to say, I guess my view's blocked by these two in front of me, correct?
Yes, sure, sure.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Objection hearsay.
Hold on. Sorry,
Am I allowed to
Michael.
say what I see when I see it?
Yeah, I'm not going to stop you. It's entirely up to you.
So
kinda-
Jackson, you're afraid to touch everything, but you're in the Adventurers Guild. Curious.
We're adventurers, not stupid.
I beg to differ.
No.
Says the one that wants to
Burn.
touch every cursed object in existence.
Hey, well, to be fair, my object isn't cursed, I don't think. Looks at pocket watch.
Nosebleed.
I just have
Oh, no.
spices.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
You
the
do.
bathroom.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
She
take
didn't
your
notice my.
Yeah.
She didn't notice my spices.
little spice game on fluke.
She beefing my stroke till I off.
Loud incorrect buzzer.
God. Why
Where is this
Jackson
fucking
baby
token? Sorry.
Joking.
You see this coming down. You mean it can't be fucking done?
Already
I
just
don't
went
see it.
demon.
I don't see it.
Rennie
I don't
just
see
became
it.
Satan.
You
Very
see this
cool.
coming down the hallway.
You see one of
Wait, no,
these
you
coming
don't.
down the hallway.
Oh fuck.
We'll wait for Val to get back.
I was about to say, is that a you reaction or a
Wait for your mama.
good berry reaction or
We can
both?
both.
What's wrong, Goodberry?
Velvet, you back?
No.
Alright,
Okay.
Velvet's back.
Alright.
What's
Can you
wrong,
stop being-
Goodberry?
Can you stop being a whippersnapper for 5 minutes?
Okay.
What's wrong,
Gosh,
Goodberry?
Damn.
Mr. Goodberry, you hear one too many footsteps for it to be a normal man, woman, child. You see that coming down the tunnel towards you.
Is it running or just walking?
Just walking.
What's wrong,
Uh,
Goodberry?
That thing isn't human.
What is it?
It has lots of legs and arms.
I'm gonna come over and see what this is.
Do-do-do-do.
What the fuck is
Do you understand my reaction?
Okay, guys, I think it's time to go. It's time to go. Everyone back
Yeah,
the way we
yeah.
came. Let's go.
I agree. Completely.
Are you friend or foe? I
Stop
get it.
trying to
As
talk to
you
it.
speak, Mr. Goodberry, you notice this thing has no eyes. But as you speak, its head snaps in your direction and twists in a very grotesque manner, and it runs and stops as it's waiting for another noise to come.
Can I throw a rock? Can I throw a rock in the other direction?
Throw me sleight of hand check.
Buddy.
Where are you throwing?
I have expertise.
Where are you throwing the rock?
First of all, the check. God. Damn. 12.
12, yeah. Which way are you throwing the rock?
Well, since it's coming this way, I'm gonna throw it this direction.
As the
That-
rock is thrown,
just
it
this
hits the
direction.
ground. This thing dashes with incredible speed. And as the rock hits the ground and makes the noise, this thing beats the rock into the ground until no sound is made, and it waits.
We need to stealth.
Did you say that out loud?
No. But I'm thinking it.
Jackson,
Can I whisper?
Jackson,
I'm gonna whisper. We need to get the
Stealth
fuck
check.
out of here.
Check.
Okay.
Don't fail
Oh,
yourself.
that's a 13.
Gonna roll its perception.
Oh, no.
Its head turns 180 degrees. As it looks in your direction, you hear bones crunch and tissue tear as it breathes heavily, just. And it doesn't run into your direction.
You know how I have that bag of 20 caltrips?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
do.
them in this direction.
Okay. Are you doing it quietly?
As quiet as I can,
Stealth
yeah.
check, please.
Gilf. That's gonna be a what? I'm doing math. 21.
Gonna roll its perception. You toss the caltrops in the direction it lands, and this thing runs over and
There
beats
are
the
20 of
caltrops
those
into the
things
ground.
it has to beat now.
We're gonna
Is it
do
damage from the caltrops because it's technically beating them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going.
Oh, did I die? Or
You guys can keep talking. I'm just
Okay,
putting 20
okay.
little dots to know that these are 20 caltrops.
I'm going to point at it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use message because I assume, because it says it can only hear my voice, so I'm assuming it's in its head.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't tell the direction it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? I say using message.
You don't get a response.
It's gonna start backing away slowly towards
You
where
just
I
hear
came
the
from.
deep as it's just waiting for a noise.
Y'all need to back out because once I move, it's going to hear me. So I'll be the last one out. Y'all need to go.
I'm gonna move towards the exit. I'm gonna roll a stealth.
Yes, please.
That's gonna be a nat 20, so 28.
I'm gonna roll its perception. Doesn't hear you.
All right, and how far can I move?
Within your movement speed.
Would a dash disrupt the stealth, or
Yes. I don't think you can dash quietly.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Okay, and then we'll go to who else is trying to leave.
I'm gonna look over at Jackson, and I'm gonna do a gesture that looks like it would represent like sleep.
Jackson, perception with advantage. That's very easy to do.
Okay.
Like fingers over the eyes to like bring him down, and I'm gonna point at him.
I just do the pillow things with my hands.
Yeah, that's the sound I was making, but my Discord didn't pick
right?
up.
Perception with advantage, yeah, because it's a very simple gesture.
Okay, so 21. I got a 21.
Yeah, you, whatever you're trying to convey now, Mr. Goodberry, feel free, and you will understand what he's doing, Jackson.
I can also do message, but I'm gonna point at him and like gesture. Should I use sleep on him?
Jackson just shakes his head no. And he jabs a finger back to point towards the exit. Like,
Michael, can you do me a favor? Can you check me what the components for a sleep spell is?
A pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or cricket.
Is there a verbal component?
Yes.
Okay. Just be aware of that. Because I will say that the distance it closed from it and it being in the tunnel way and then in front of you was a blink. This thing is wicked fast.
Release a horde of crickets in
Message.
the tunnel.
Message also is verbal, but
Is it?
But it says only one person can hear it. So would that be part of it? Or do
I
you
think no, I think that's just a message, because you think the message and you send it.
Ferrari's gonna leave more if y'all don't start showing up. I will leave you behind.
Well, we'll go through the order. Cass, are you moving or are you doing something?
I'm gonna gesture to them, like look at my armor, basically showing like I'm not stealthy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I think so. The people who can stealth need to go before we start moving.
Well, it's just there hovering with a fucking +8 stealth.
Yeah, she
Well,
should be
I'm still
leaving.
+8 to stealth as well.
So, Velvet, are you leaving or are you doing something?
Velvet.
Good input.
Yeah, that's the question. Can, I'm guessing I'm not allowed to get a speed for this creature, like a number.
Nope.
Can I? Okay. Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
roll something to like see if I can figure out how fast it actually was?
Roll me an insight.
Okay. 9.
You have no clue. You have no clue.
Since I was looking at it,
Damn.
can I try that?
Yeah.
Okay, insight. 24.
It cleared 40 feet within a couple seconds.
So it's 40 feet speed.
No, faster than that.
And if that's his natural speed, the gods only know how fast its dashing speed is.
We should leave.
So, Velvet, I'll ask again, are you staying or are you leaving?
I will try to leave.
Yeah, then move your maximum movement and then roll a stealth check.
I'll roll stealth check first. 21.
Roll his perception.
That's, 1, 2.
Doesn't see. I've rolled this number so many times in a row already.
Which number?
I can't tell you that because then you can guess. You can kind of put it together. It's a number.
Okay.
It's a number. Yes.
Okay. That is I.
Okay, Jackson. You see Mr. Goodberry stood there. He's in the same situation you are.
If only we had a magical silence spell.
Can
Do
I
we have that?
can I make a
No.
motion to Goodberry to you? Well, no, because. Okay, so have we confirmed that message doesn't verbally go out since he messaged that thing and it didn't
Yes,
notice?
they didn't make a audible noise when they cast the spell. It was a voice within its head.
Okay, can I make a motion for Goodberry to message me?
How are you doing this gesture?
I would imagine he kind of just looks at him and does a little like motion of writing a letter to like send a message. That's his like
Message.
thinking in it.
Roll an insight, a flat insight, Michael.
Flat insight?
Flat insight.
There's 7 plus 5, 12. Or would it
12?
be the 7?
You understand that Jackson is trying to ask you to send a message.
Okay, use message. What do we do?
Let me get the others out far enough to where they can cover us. The moment they're in that system, we just need to book it. We are not getting out of here quietly. I'm gonna go around the crystal. You go straight for it. I'll try to distract it.
Wait, I'm using message back and forth. Can you summon Sparky?
I can, but I don't want to do it till we're in the thick of it.
Because he can't die, right? As I use message again.
Well, he can distract him until he's gone, but then we're still making noise. I'd also not like to openly, willingly sacrifice my best friend.
I knew this was coming up at some point.
I use message. All of my cantrips use vocal. I would use mage hand, but he might hear it.
Well, look, once the others get back far enough away, again, you dip straight for the tunnel, I'll go a long way around. I think I can tank a little bit more, and again, I can summon Sparky if I really have to.
What if we die? What if we get a TPK here and now?
I'm gonna keep saying I use message because I don't trust the DM. What's it called?
I don't like that laugh. I don't like it.
There's a long way behind us. What if we make a noise over there and then sprint? Because I can only travel 15 feet.
I
at a
can
time.
I could try to pick you up on our way out.
I weigh a lot. I say through message.
I've already carried you before. He says back, I've already carried you before. And Velvet at the same time.
I'm jacked,
Say
if
through
you didn't
message.
know.
I say through message. Do you think the those will slow him down?
Possibly, but I say we make a noise and book it.
I say through message. Can you throw something? And I point like this direction. That's probably the furthest that.
I could probably get it pretty far. Do I see any stones or anything around me?
Plenty.
Jackson just slowly nods, and then I want to just turn my head to see what these guys are doing. Are they looking like they're gonna keep moving?
They're heading towards the tunnel.
Okay. I want to try to quietly pick up a rock.
You don't need to roll for that. You just pick it up a stone.
Okay. Alrighty. And he just nods towards Goodberry.
I put the thumbs up.
Alrighty.
Oh, I no longer have any caltrops.
Do you want?
Yes, you
Do
threw
you want me to
all
start
20 of them.
Just
After
wait
you
till
throw
they.
it, do you want me to run?
Yeah. Can you try to? Yeah. If you could get to me, I can pick you up and we can huff it.
You are within 15 feet, so yes.
How close?
take your
By
message.
this time, how close are these guys to being in or down the tunnel?
Varro is the closest at 15 feet.
Okay. So, but they like in the time we've been talking, they haven't moved.
No, you get this. Them walking, you talking is happening at the same time.
Okay. Alrighty.
There's the bush here is what obscures the tunnel.
Okay. Kind of. Are you still
the bush
using
is gonna
message?
make noise when we push through it.
Is Goodberry still using message, or is it?
Yeah, I'm looking directly at you.
I'll make the motion again, just so we can start up the conversation again.
So what's the plan now? Through message.
Through message. I say, wait till they get to that bush. The moment they get to that bush, I toss it, so hopefully it's distracted.
You two can move your tokens to the bush without cause because you're pretty far away now.
Velvet, come to bush.
Why?
We are going.
No, Velvet, just stay with the big death monster.
God,
Oh, Jesus.
I was set right to be annoying. Shut up.
You did the part. Good job.
The bit has
Damn.
been
I
completed.
love 20 caltrops just around this
Okay.
thing.
Now, Jackson, are you throwing the stone?
I turn to Goodberry. I nod, and I want to chuck it as far. Hopefully, try to maybe get it to these bushes.
Are you doing it quietly, or are you just fucking throwing this bitch?
I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck this bitch.
Roll me a strength check to clear that distance.
Come on.
Big numbers, big numbers,
I'm-
big numbers.
I'm a strong boy. That was almost a nat one. That is going to be a 22.
You launch that motherfucker. We're going to mark it on the map where it lands. Right here. And this thing, again, neck snaps 180 degrees, and you just hear... And we'll take a break. So as you throw this stone, Jackson, landing relatively close to where you threw it, this thing lets out just horrific, just and turns, begins to run. One of his hand feet lands on a caltrop, and it winces for a moment, lifting its hand up, but keeps pursuing and crawls through these caltrops as if they were nothing. Cassidity, as this thing passes you, feel the wind behind it as it sprints, almost knocking you over with the force of just the wind alone. And you two have your chance to make your move.
Grab him and go. We're
Strength
leaving.
check.
I touch you with guidance.
Okay, I will use it. As another D4.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, you hoist this little fella up, and you begin to run. Move your maximum distance.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And you're just running, right?
Yes, I'm just
So-
looking.
Your armor is clanking, your equipment is shuffling, your friends are pushing through the bush. The sounds you make sound like a hurricane inside of a tin can in comparison to how quiet it used to be. And again, you just hear another horrific screech from this creature as you see it turn, you pushing through the bush, and it bucks it, making it about here before you pass into the passage. And it stops, staring in the direction of the tunnel. You're looking through the bush, you see this creature just breathing heavily, taking in every breath. What would you like to do?
I say out loud, bitch.
Do I see it react when Velvet so clearly taunts it?
Yes. You see it pause for a
Oh,
moment.
no.
It stares into the tunnel of the cave and comes right up against the bush. We're gonna move you guys to the special realm.
Special realm.
Oh,
And it comes right up against the bush, breathing against the bush. You can smell its breath. You can smell the blood and the dried blood around its hands and its feet. You see bits of tissue and broken pieces of armor all over it. You see scratch marks and stab wounds from where people have tried to fight this thing. It smells like death. It has no eyes. Whatever is happening to its head, parts of its head are beginning to split and grow into different shapes. There are no eyes to be seen, but razor-sharp teeth, which are covered in blood and tissue. And it stares directly at where Velvet is standing in this bush. And all you hear, Velvet, is soon. And it turns and begins to leave.
Absolutely not. I'm leaving. I'm just down the tunnel, booking it.
You guys heading back
Fuck
down
that.
the tunnel?
we're booking it down the
We're
tunnel.
sprinting. I am not letting go of the small man. I'm sprinting with
So
him.
again, a few hours of running and sprinting.
Oh my god.
To those that are running, you are very tired. You don't have a point of exhaustion, but you are very, very tired. And we're back.
Oh my god.
Ferrari's gonna try and push the desk. She's gonna push the desk.
You see, it's not budging. It would need to be moved by the mechanism.
She's gonna fuck with the mechanism.
Closes up the
Yes, please
passageway,
do that.
and the desk
Oh.
slides back to where it needs to be.
Okay, I put down Mr. Goodberry.
Ferrari's gonna take the sharpest thing she has and scratch into the desk. Do not. Just
Do not. Beautiful. And there you go. You
She's
guys
gonna
are free
take
to
her
investigate.
cane sword, and it's gonna cut into her palm because she's holding the sword itself to scratch into it.
Beautiful. You can take 2 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, of course. Worth
And a
it.
message from Google, apparently.
Whose magical phone just went off?
And
Oh, Velvet's dead.
Oh, Velvet's dead.
as you guys... Was she not here?
Velvet's alive again.
Okay.
She's back.
And as you guys are looking over the table, Ferrari, you see something that wasn't there before.
Mm.
Oh no!
Are we gonna get a? Are we gonna do it? We're gonna do it. Do 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 do.
What that?
What's that? I'm picking
What?
it up. It's the
What
key.
that?
The key.
It looks like some kind of key, or perhaps
Jackson,
part of a
put the
key.
book down on the table.
Absolutely not. After what we just escaped from, I'm not
This
dealing with
looks
any
like
more
the
shenanigans
key.
today. And we
This
can
looks
deal
like
with it
the key.
later.
Rennie,
We can
Rennie,
deal with it later.
Rennie.
I don't want to
Rennie.
deal with anything right now. We just escaped a
I
very,
want-
very powerful creature.
Nathan, shush. Can I sleight of hand to steal the book from Nathan and put it on the
I'm
table?
most definitely watching you.
It's in his
I am-
backpack and it's 20 pounds.
Okay, but can I? Okay, but can I though?
I'm staring right at you, Velvet. I'm gonna
Can
know
I,
you're gonna
though?
do it.
You could try.
Can I try as well? We did it
At this
together.
point, this is just mugging him. This would have to be like an opposed strength check.
If they move towards me, I draw blade.
Nathan. I mean, no,
If
Rennie.
they move towards me, I draw blade.
I got a nat
Let's-
one.
So, what's your
I got a
total? What's your
nat
total? What is your total,
9.
Jackson?
My passive is 15.
Jackson.
Yeah, I do.
You're looking at Velvet as she says this, and she's like, I just wanna touch it. And she trips on her own tail and lands face first into the table next to you, knocking it over, sending the coin, the sandwich, and the sandwich and the book are across the room. Velvet, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Jackson will
Okay.
immediately back up a good 10 feet and draw his weapon.
Ferrari's gonna go pet the cat.
Velvet is face down in the carpet, covered in old cold coffee and several golden coins.
Jackson's blade is drawn, Velvet is on the ground, and Ferrari's like, look at the kitty.
And Mr. Goodberry, what are you doing?
What are the names of the books in front of me?
Oh, they're just various different pieces of literature and art pieces.
Okay. Val, please don't steal from Jackson. Jackson, please put your sword away.
Fuck you.
No, I don't trust any of you. You all just want to fuck with shit. And look,
Right.
we literally, it has ended
Cool.
bad every time. It's not happening.
I'm gonna just scoot on past. There's a lot going on right now. I'm not involving myself with this.
It's
Mr.
just,
Brewer, you're cool.
Who's cool?
You're cool.
Oh, thank you. And then she goes back to petting the cat.
There's a
I'm gonna
tenseness in the
go-
air as Jackson stands there with his blade, unsure of
The-
who to trust and who to go with, as you hear very big footsteps coming from down the hallway.
Jackson is tense,
Hallway.
Velvet is face down, Goodberry is gone, and Ferrari's like, look at
as soon as I hear the footsteps, I will put my sword away. Because I'm pretty sure I know who's coming, so.
Can Ferrari try and pick up the cat?
Hey, Dur.
Yeah, you can lift him up.
She's gonna pick him
Durr
up and
steps
cradle
in,
him like a little baby.
And he's looking at all of you, quite shocked and surprised.
Durr, look at the baby.
Where did you all go?
We followed a tunnel. I scratched a note into the desk to not go into the tunnel below it, and there's a monster in that cave where we found.
It has
Opus.
been almost 8 hours.
Yeah, it's a long ass tunnel.
Yeah, so remember that mine that we went to that you wanted us to go to?
Yes.
We ended up back there.
That is at least a
Big.
3-4 hours journey.
Big, scary,
Exactly.
fuck off monster there, by the way.
Would not recommend going
It's all hands.
under any circumstance. It is all hands.
You left for 8 hours.
Yeah, you
It's
said it
all
was a 4-hour
hands.
trip. We made our way back just now.
I asked you for help and you left for 8 hours.
It's all hands.
Well, we were trying to see like where that would go
Look
to
at the
give us.
baby.
You couldn't have
Information on-
warned us and told us of a tunnel and we could have assisted you?
Jackson,
Ferrari picks the cat up from under its arms and holds it out to Durr. Like, look at the baby.
Jackson turns. He looks like dead, like. He looks dead. He just goes, "This group is not fond of common sense, it seems."
You went with us.
Because you guys would have gotten yourselves killed.
Look at the baby.
That is a very nice cat, but why is the other one on the floor? What happened?
She tried to
Oh.
steal from me. Right in front of me.
No proof.
I
There
literally
are
saw you do it.
two
Okay,
other
enough of this nonsense.
eyewitnesses.
I asked you for help, and you abandoned me for a tunnel.
That's attached to this place where the hag was.
I asked you for help and to tell me if you found anything that I could investigate. And you left for 8 hours.
Sir.
God,
From how far away Velvet is, it sounds like Velvet's just staying face down in the carpet, muffled.
Yeah, I get up. And I get right here. There. Listen. There's a monster in that cave.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we should be worried about right now.
I'm
Not the fact
worried
that we're
about
gone
the
for
hag
hours.
that stole children and has produced something called a hex blade and is still
She's
at
dead.
large.
She's dead.
Hags don't
For now.
die.
Yeah, but for now.
You killed the hag, which I congratulate you on. But I asked you for help, and you wandered off down a tunnel.
We didn't know it would be that long.
Couldn't you look down of the tunnel and see how far it went, and maybe gone,
We didn't see
perhaps
an
we
end
should
somehow.
ask the guard, or at least her, for help?
It didn't even feel like 8 hours, honestly. That's... I don't know how the fuck that happened.
I thought the hag had taken you, and I alerted my guard.
Oh.
We have 3 search parties looking for you.
Wait,
Hmm.
you came in here and you didn't notice that the hole in the ground wasn't new?
There was no hole when I only came in here when I heard whatever
Oh.
kerfuffle you were making earlier.
Yeah, I went over there. The desk was open and there was a hole going down.
We've had people in here and they reported no such thing.
why are we fighting with
We're
him,
already open
guys?
the desk again.
Why are you guys fighting with him? Because it seems
We're
yet
already open the desk.
again, it seems like yet again, when I make the suggestion of maybe not, let's rush into things, you guys just don't listen to me. When will you guys learn that this stuff will have
Jackson,
consequences? No, I will not.
I will go and tell my guard to retrieve our search parties, as they are looking for you at this moment. I will conclude the investigation as inconclusive, as nothing has come up. Thank you for your time.
There's
And turns,
a
does not acknowledge you, and leaves.
bitch. I said that, by the way.
Jackson from behind Velvet grasps Velvet by the neck. Immediately.
The scruff!
Hey, let go.
No, because yet again, we've
go.
gotten ourselves into trouble. He grips harder.
Maybe you should have stopped us then. Instead of being a...
You haven't listened to me before, why should I try now?
You see,
Then don't come with us and tell the guard.
Maybe I should just leave you all here muddling about. And Jackson turns and leaves. He just goes.
We'll leave us then.
He just goes
Simple as that.
into the void. Into the void. Into the void.
Briar's gonna set the cat down. Take a deep breath, and as she exhales, a chittering noise escapes her, very much to an owl distressed.
You okay, Rory?
My culture is that of the forest, and I learned from the creatures there. My parents taught me, yes, but I left home as a youngin' still. I wasn't even fully an adult in my species. And the law of the forest says you need to act, because if you don't act, you will die. that is what you learn from the creatures there, from the environment there. And I recognize now that that is not a path that can be taken.
Damn. What's with the...
Love Velvet's reaction, by the way. Just damn.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
As you all stand there in this air of awkwardness, who is leaving?
I'm leaving.
Okay. Put yourself into the void, please.
Void time.
Velvet, you go on ahead. I need to look around here a bit more.
I mean, no?
Go.
I'd rather stay with you and then go back to Jackson.
Just go.
No.
I work best when I have time to assess the situation myself. You will be hindering.
Fine, damn. What's with everyone being dramatic today? Damn.
As you reach the door, Velvet, it doesn't open.
Oh no.
It is locked.
Oh no.
And you hear a familiar
Oh.
voice.
Well,
I told you I'd be back.
And we're going to go to the other room.
you bitch.
Oh no.
There you go, Jackson. Jackson and Goodberry, you enter back into the cafe / library.
Oh, Megan just leaves.
Vibing.
You see Durr is blocking the door.
I'm just gonna look up and say I'm leaving.
I want to have a word before you say it. I'm going to do that again. I want to have a word before you all leave, if that's okay with you, Mr. Goodberry.
My main job is just to keep them alive through any danger, and right now there's no danger, and honestly, I'm not putting up with them today.
Well, I'd still like a word.
Well, Jackson's out here, and the other two are still in the library.
Very,
Or
could,
the other part of it.
could you come with me to speak with Jackson?
Sure.
And he steps on over. Big old thuds.
Boom, boom, boom.
Jackson's just examining the table here, seeing what.
Durr stands over you all. And lets out a very just deep... Right. I presume the others are busy at the moment.
Probably looting again, as Velvet tends to do.
Well, I thought I'd have a word before we all depart ways. You all surprised me when I first met you all. You seemed like a very capable group of adventurers. An unlikely group, but a group nonetheless. But today you really let me down. You disappointed me. But also, as he sets down his axe, this isn't an easy task. It is delicate. It involves quite a bit of finesse. Now I understand the big long tunnel is eluding, and... Not eluding. It is... interesting. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. To say the least. But I hope in the future that you're all capable of asking for help. I know being an adventurer, you don't like to ask for that.
At that moment, Jackson's face shows that that is definitely not the case. And he gets visibly more angry when he says that.
With adventurers, you all seem to be quite gung-ho to get your contract completed. The captain tends to say you're all quite what is the term? Risky. Volatile is the word she uses. Now I hope we can continue to work together in this manner, but I do wish that you would all ask for help from time to time. Luckily,
That
the young
depends
lady
on
to my
them.
left here has found some information that we can use. You see that she nods, and she has a stack full of books next to her that she's been going through. I had a feeling you might wander off. Hence why I brought this young investigator here. She's not part of your society of adventurers, but she's the inquisitive type. Can you tell me what you found in that tunnel, now that I have a moment to think and not be as grumpy as I was?
Jackson is like, has his arms like crossed. They decided the best course of action was to go down it, and when we got there at the end, we realized we were in the mine from, God, how long has it been since you sent us there?
A few days.
Yeah, it was different. There was no one there anymore.
Yes, the work site has been abandoned for quite some time.
Yes, there was a creature there, humanoid, multiple arms. It only had hands, no feet. Didn't seem like it sees things. It bases its movement on sound. We barely got out of there without alerting it, but it would not move past the threshold of the entrance of the tunnel.
Okay. I will send word to the society and the ward to have some of your people sent there to investigate.
I would suggest veterans only. This thing had combat damage. It is definitely not something to trifle with.
And
Good
if
to
you
know.
hadn't, it would be good to have something that could prevent its hearing. It doesn't have eyes,
Okay. And
and it can move very fast.
I'm crossing my big fingers here and hoping that you found something to do with the hag in that room.
They found the key for the book that is in my bag.
The key?
Supposedly, that's what they seem to think.
Any evidence to base such?
We could try right now.
They wanted to immediately try it in that room. I was not comfortable with messing with artifacts. Our history with messing with them is either curses us or does something very bad to us.
Well, let's all reconvene in the room, shall we? Have a chat with everybody. It does feel rather dramatic to have these little meetings. Then I'd rather get today wrapped up on a good note, not a sour one. Yes? Are we in agreement?
Jackson just nods.
Good lad, and he taps his just big old on your shoulder.
Take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Die.
Jackson, Jackson will
good, I thought.
Jackson will put the book here next to the lady, the spell book,
Mhm.
before joining them down here.
Gotcha. And we're gonna go back to these little fellas.
Uh-oh.
And as quickly as you heard it, it goes away. And the door unlocks, and in steps through your compatriots.
What? Let me
Do I
just
notice
step
that, that Velvet is right at the door?
Yeah, oh yeah, you almost bump into each other.
Velvet, are you, why are you just standing at the door like that? That's kind of weird.
What? Oh my god. Either I'm losing my mind, or that hag wasn't lying.
What are you speaking about there, cat?
Eyebrow raise.
Bombastic
The
side eye.
door was locked, and I heard her voice. And then you guys come through. How do I even know you're actually real?
I mean, Jackson will like look around and just be like, honestly, can't give you an answer for that, bud.
Are these books still on the table?
Yes.
Ferrari's been looking through them.
Various recipes for teas and coffees and brews, and an alchemical book describing some of the Feywild alchemical ingredients you can find.
Interesting. And are there any drawers in the desk?
Yes. 4 drawers, 2 on each side.
She's gonna start rifling through them.
Each one seems to be relatively empty. One has a little component that has been opened previously.
Is there anything in it?
No.
She's gonna take the alchemical book.
Right. Friends. I hope we can call each other friends. Jackson here says you found a key of sorts.
It's on me. I'm back here.
Excuse me.
Rory. Rory, back me up here. Did you hear a voice?
Vari did not.
She pulls it out and says, "This is what I think is the key or might be a component of it. But from the small glimpse I got at the lock, this looks like it would be most of the full thing. It could be missing a small component."
Holds his hand out. May I?
Of course, and she hands him the key.
It barely fits in his palm as it's so tiny, and he pinches it between his thumb and his index finger, and he has a lock. This is no key, friends.
What is it?
This is a component of a key. He points to the various little slits and the little. You can see the rivets, the lines through the metal here.
Mm-hmm.
He points to these and goes, "The guard have something similar. This is a component of a key. There are 3 extra pieces to place within this key to make 1 key."
Fair enough.
Alright. But aside from that, is there
May I
anything
have
else?
it back, please?
Oh, of course. I have no use for this. A question to the rest of you. There's nothing else in this room that has been acting strange or...
There was
whatnot.
one thing.
There's
I
a
was-
cat that wants another cat dead.
Oh.
There,
Well,
I was
multiple
told
things
that-
wrong then.
the gold shear was taken yesterday, but then it reappeared.
Dirk kind of squeezes in. It takes hold of the golden bag.
Oh, Jesus!
He
Considering he
steps in.
was consumed.
He's consumed by the mass.
Gone, bro.
Durr steps forward and takes hold of the of the bag, and tips it upside down, and it just begins pouring an ungodly amount of golden pieces.
Is this a bag of holding?
And it keeps going, and keeps going, and
Is this a
eventually
bag holding?
stops. And then a helmet falls out, and then a dagger,
Damn.
and then a crossbow. And he turns it back around. "I believe we have a special bag."
That looks definitely like a special bag.
This is very
Can
special.
I have it?
I mean, it doesn't pertain to the investigation, I don't think.
I mean,
Of course.
depends on what's in that bag, to be honest.
Turb opens it again, puts his hand inside and reaches in. It goes up to his shoulder. What is this? He grabs hold of something, pulls it out, and it's just a long sword. That shouldn't fit in. By the way, the bag is about the size of your hand.
Do I recognize this item?
Awesome, it's a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Ferrari's gonna. May I hold the bag for a minute?
Of course.
And she's gonna look into it with her dark vision.
It's just a void.
That is a bag of holding. It is a quite common item among
She's
adventurers.
gonna stick her whole arm into it.
You feel around. There's various bits of equipment in here. What you prick your finger on a dagger now and again.
She curses.
As you pull your arm back out and you look back in, it looks like a normal bag now, as you've kind of fiddled around and gotten used to this. But reaching in, it is not what is perceived to be in that bag.
She's gonna try and feel around for any sign of like tissue, like once living tissue.
No, you just hit various pieces of equipment, metal pots and pans, different types of tools. You feel a couple
There,
of
I
maybe
hope you don't.
gemstones.
There, I hope you don't mind. She tips the bag upside down and starts shaking it aggressively.
Daggers, knives, swords, shields all begin flying out of this bag. A little lockbox drops out, and it opens up, and it's a little music box that begins playing. What seems to be some kind of ball rolls out and bounces along the floor, and eventually it stops.
She gives it a few more shakes to see if anything else falls out.
A little bit of dust.
All right, it's all empty now.
Hey, Rennie. With my passive perception, have I noticed anything in the room? Just casually
What
as
is
I've been...
Your passive is what, 15?
15, yeah.
Mine is also 15.
Let me check. Let me roll some so anything's changed.
What was that noise?
Let me go to my little book here, what that could be. Let me roll a d8 real quick.
Aha!
Ah,
Oh no.
A2 Brutus.
Nerd.
With your passive, you notice on this shelf here, a couple golden coins have appeared on the shelf.
Hey, Val.
Huh? Why?
These coins here were not here yesterday, correct?
I don't know. Probably
You
not.
absolutely know they were not there.
Oh,
You have an eye
no.
for these things.
They were not. No.
We may not be alone.
Yeah. Jackson. Jackson, for the love of...
What? He just turns.
I told you. I heard the hag. The door was locked. She's already back. I'm fucked.
Hey,
Except for me.
calm down.
Absolutely not.
Well, if you freak out, it's just gonna play into her hand. If she is here. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you for a second. Probably.
Aurora gets on her knees and starts going through the equipment.
But we'll be fine. We'll handle it.
She's trying to see if there's any, like, insignias
Jackson,
on anything.
Are you looking at that coin?
You know what? Yeah, he probably would.
It's
turn back
moving.
to look at it. Jackson immediately just draws a sword. His sword. It's just like, hey, yo, that coin moving.
I'll draw my rapier as well.
Is that
As-
a little
And
mimic?
dagger.
As you draw your weapons, the coin stops.
I keep my rapier out. But
Yeah,
the dagger away.
Jackson just sort of like shoots a look over at Velvet. It's like, should we poke it?
Nope. I don't know.
What's
Maybe-
going on over here? It's just a bunch of coin. Ferrari picks it up.
Okay.
Oh,
Nothing happens.
oh no.
She
That
puts
coin
it
was
in her
moving.
pocket.
That coin was no.
You
don't
can add
understand. It
you
was,
can add 1 gold coin to your inventory.
that coin was moving. It was not there yesterday. Something is going up. Someone's messing with us. I don't like it.
Well,
There's
I
like-
now have another
Right.
coin in my pocket.
I see now why you all get very distracted very quickly. Let's address the situation at hand. You have
Let's
a bag
address
of
the
holding,
elephant.
a lot of equipment laying on the floor, and
Can I add a
moving
bag of
coins.
holding to my inventory?
Yes, moving coins. That I was sitting in this room
Mhm.
watching everything.
Yes.
Those were not there just a few minutes ago.
Mhm.
And now they're just there and moving, and we're just chilling. Like it
We're
didn't happen.
not. And he pulls up his fingers, chilling with it. He puts in quotations. We're investigating.
Wouldn't it be
Ferrari's
helpful to
gonna
have
start
someone who actually
stuffing
knows what
shit
not
into
to
the
do?
bag of holding.
Right. Durr picks up the other coin that's on the shelf. And he looks at it, brings it close, moves it around, and he drops it. He's like, whoa! And it hits the ground and begins to crawl across the floor.
Can I
Oh,
stomp
no.
on it?
Yeah. You just stamp on a golden
No,
coin.
Ferrari's gonna protect it.
I'm stomping on it. I might hit your hand.
It
She's
just,
gonna
as you
scoop it.
stomp on it, it stops, and then it begins crawling again.
She's gonna
Where-
pick it up.
Wait,
and she's gonna
hold
look
up,
at it
hold
like,
up, hold up. Where's it going?
Are you picking it up?
She picks it up, hears Jackson's question, puts it back down.
As you pick it up, are you looking at it?
What?
As you pick it up, are you looking at it?
Yeah.
Looking born from us. You get a very good look at what this thing is.
It's so ugly. I love it. It's my pet now.
Absolutely not.
Ferrari's like, she picks it up, holds it in her hand, looks at it, and says,
Rory,
I'm gonna name you Gregory.
as you speak to it, all the coin you tipped out of the bag begin moving towards you.
Oh no.
She's gonna hold it. She's gonna wait to see what happens.
They begin to crawl across the ground over your friend's boots, and they circle you, and then begin to scale your legs.
Ferrari,
Yeah.
I would. What are you? Huh?
Hold on.
You
Velvet-
climb
okay,
higher
fir-
and
Vel-
higher.
Velvet climbs onto the shelf
The acrobatics check right now.
like a cat hiding from something. Let me see here. That's a
She's
13.
just looking down.
13, let me
confused.
roll. You beat it. You clear cat prowess leap, but you land on top of the shelf. Rory, the coins begin to scale your leg and almost surround you. Jackson, her legs are disappearing quickly into the mound of coin.
Ferrari, this isn't looking good.
Hold on.
There is like, what in the 9 hells is happening?
Hold on, wait, chill.
Jackson turns and he's like, "This isn't the weirdest thing that's happened to us."
What
Ferrari's
do you
gonna
mean?
open
It's
the
not the weirdest thing
bag.
that's happened to you.
Ferrari's gonna open the bag of holding and say, "Do you guys want to go back in here?"
The one in your hand begins to like wiggle its little legs trying to get to the bag.
All right, she holds it up to her hand, like slips it over the tip of her fingers and holds it open so they can crawl up through her hand on her
I would
hand
say
and into the
about-
bag.
I'd say several hundred golden coins crawl across the floor up Ferrari into the bag and disappear.
Once they're all in the bag, she closes it and says, "Well,
So Dur.
Oh,
What in the 9 hells did I just witness?
this is their house."
I don't know. This happens all the time.
Right,
with them.
I'm going
This
to
is
bring the
where they
Mage's Ward here, and they're going to quarantine this building and look for these magical artifacts. This belonged to a fae. There could be anything of major danger to the city here.
Do you want me to leave the bag of holding with all the
You
coin
can
crabs?
keep the coin crab thing. You can keep it. That is yours. Thank you for your assistance. I appreciate your help. Now, all of you, I'm going to go back to the guard and not tell the captain what I was doing. I'm going to get the Mage's Ward sent here. I recommend all of you head back. Is the tavern okay? I think I might go to Willie's later.
It's
It's
getting
closed.
renovated.
Yeah.
You see a
They're expanding
very,
the roof for your head.
a very, very sad and then a jubilated face of Derry. He goes through 2 very quick emotions, like, oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
he said he wanted to
really?
make it taller for you so that way you can access it better.
No,
He named you
he's a good lad.
specifically.
He's a good lad.
So
Right.
He
Well,
is a very
I would recommend finding a place to stay, gathering some information. I would speak to the lady in the investigator. She has some information on the cults that you might be able to use. But I'm going to go quickly, as the artifacts in this building could be a danger to the city.
yes,
All right,
very
you stay
quickly.
safe, Dur.
You've never seen a Goliath move so quick.
Boom, 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 boom,
Just-
boom, 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 and then he's gone. I got a little coin crabs now. She opens the bag, reaches in, pulls one out.
It wiggles its little golden legs around. It exposes its teeth. It's not going to bite you. It just seems to be doing whatever it's doing.
Can I pet it with one finger?
Make an animal handling check? Question mark.
No, it's going to try and do something.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Does a 14 plus 5 hit?
Yes.
You take 3 points of acid damage as it bites the tip of your finger.
Ow. First of all, what do you even eat? Second of all, ow!
May I suggest we stop playing with Fey
She's
artifacts?
gonna try and pet it again.
Okay. 13 plus 5?
It's
1 point of acid damage as it bites the tip of your finger.
bitch.
You
She's
see,
gonna
it's,
pet it again.
you see, this isn't some kind of anger response. This is merely just what this thing perceives as food.
Oh, so they eat
7
meat.
plus 5.
Does not hit.
Me.
It tries to bite and misses.
All right, I'm gonna put you back into the bag. Is there any meat in this room she can shove into it for them?
you just see breads and cakes and coffee.
She's gonna.
I know
like,
there's sausage
pull
on
off
the shelf, but I don't have a lot of shelf models for my map making.
She's gonna pull off a piece of the bread, hold it in the tip of her fingers, and dip it into the bag to see if they eat it.
Oh, they devour it.
Oh, then she's just gonna start fucking shoveling food in there.
There's a 15 plus. There's a 15 plus 5 hit.
Yeah.
I took 5 points of acid damage as multiple try to bite your finger as you put food in. Anything near their face, they seem to perceive as food.
Fair enough.
Please stop
Well-
harming yourselves.
I'm not harming myself. I'm trying to feed my children. After she's shoved a sufficient amount of food in there, she closes it up nicely. Also, she did put the bottle of sherry in there, so I'm afraid they might drink it.
They may have gone through it already.
Now, the rest of you are sat around and waiting. The air is still and quiet. You've been quiet through an already strange day. You've been
Jackson,
given
do
an
you want to see
idea,
my children?
and we're going to
They are
end
not
today's
your
session with this.
No, thank you.
Well, that has not gotten down.
Oh,
That was still up there.
Thank you all for attending today's session. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate you all. We're going to go through the order of socials. Cass, where can people find you?
you can find me on Twitter at BNKR.
And Ferrari, what about yourself?
You can find me on Twitch at
Saturn BNKR.
I am getting into streaming a bit more, though by the time this is out, I'm probably already doing that. So, thanks.
Jackson, my friend?
Yup, I got a YouTube, Claw the DM, doing my own little D&D adventure, so that's pretty chill.
Fantastic. And Velvet, what about yourself?
You can, excuse me. You can find me at Twitch on twitch.tv/velvet_BNKR.
Fantastic. And as always, if you want to be part of these adventures and our lovely campaigns here, do discord.gg/bunkercore and you'll be able to enter into the community. You can also
I
find
would be
me.
happy.
You will be able to find me on my Twitch in the top in one of not the top link in the description, one of the links in the description, and the YouTube channel that you're watching. I will be maybe releasing some videos here very soon. But thank you all for
Right.
watching. If you did like the video, hit the like button as always, and share it around. Let your DM buddies know, and we'll see you same time, same place. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone, yell at everyone. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Alright, see you guys.
We love you.
Bombastic side eye.